know at least a little bit about you. Do you live and work here in Bay County, sir?
Yes, sir. I'm in the military.
Okay.
I work up here on Tyndall.
Okay, very good. How long have you been here in Bay County?
December 9th.
All right. And what's your job in the military? What do you do for the Air Force?
Communication squadron. I do a technician.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Then.
cable and antenna.
Deputy, any criminal history for him?
No.
Okay. Looking at the face of the ticket here, we've got a 0.17 breath flow. So that's effectively a double breath flow. And it looks like there was a crash here as well. You're certainly entitled to a bond. I'm going to give you a bond on this DUI charge. I'm going to set your bond at $3,500. Your next court date on this charge will be March 6th at 8:30. Special condition of your bond is that you will not possess or consume any alcohol until further order of the court. Okay. Your bond is $3,500 and your court date is March 6th at 8:30. Be sure to be in court then. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Good luck now. Which one we going to?
Should we number 12?
12 or 1?
12.
Okay, that's fine. All right, come on in, sir. All right, tell me your name, please.
And George.
All right, Mr. George, good morning. My name is Judge Stevenson. I'm here for your first appearance today. As you know, yesterday you got arrested and charged with 1 count of petty theft from the Dollar General. Misdemeanor, the way it's currently charged, you do have a right to remain silent. You do have a right to a lawyer. Of course, there is a lawyer here today for your benefit, and I will appoint a public defender to represent you, so you will have the benefit of a lawyer throughout your case. Before I set you a bond, I need to know a little about you. Do you live and work here in Bay County? How long you been?
I've been Bay County a long time.
How long?
Too long.
Too long. Okay. What's too long mean?
Too long because my mom and dad were in Georgia.
What's give me a time frame. Some people might say 1 month is too long. Some people might say 10 years is too long. Other people might say 50 years is too long. What do you think is too long?
20 years.
20 years. Okay. All right. That very good. That's fine with me. All right. And then how about a job? Do you work anywhere or no?
I'm looking for one right now.
Okay. All right then. Deputy, any criminal history I should know about?
23 DOC vehicle theft, grand theft of motor vehicle. 23 DOC Berkeley unoccupied structure unarmed.
All right.
Oh yeah, there is something very hard to read, sir. There's 25-462. Not sure if it's petty theft. 265-462. Let me try to get another pair of eyes on it.
Oh, he's on a release. He's on probation in case number 25-462 for a petty theft.
Some
Okay.
letters on that.
Is that correct, Mr. George? You currently on probation?
MM. Yep.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. That's 25-462. Okay. All right. Couple things going on then. Let me first set your bond. You're certainly entitled to bond on this petty theft charge. We'll set that bond at $750. Your next court date will be Wednesday morning. That's February 4th at 8:30. However, rule number 1 when you're on probation is do not violate the law. There's at least probable cause to believe you have violated the law at this point. In case 25-462, you're on misdemeanor probation there for another theft offense. So for that reason, you should be advised. I'm going to be signing a warrant today to hold you without bond on that VOP allegation. So the practical reality is you're not going to be able to get out of jail. They'll bring you back to first appearance tomorrow and first appear you as to that VOP allegation. Okay, Mr. George? Hopefully you can get all these things resolved next Wednesday morning, February 4th at 8:30. Okay?
All right, so go ahead and step out for me. Go ahead, Steve. Your Honor, next individual is gonna be just a moment because I have to get her back in the room because I have some keep separates from her.
Okay, no problem, no problem. Who we got next? Good morning, man. Come on.
Number 4, Cassandra Brown. I mean,
Okay.
sorry, Weaver, Alexis Weaver.
Let me find your paperwork, man. Here we go. Ma'am, tell me your name.
Alexis Weaver.
All right. Good morning to you. My name is Judge Stevenson. We're here today for your first appearance. Obviously, we need to talk about your bond today. As you know, you were arrested and charged yesterday with 1 count of domestic violence battery. That is a misdemeanor the way it's currently charged. You do have the right to remain silent. You do have the right to a lawyer. There is a lawyer here today for your benefit, and I will appoint the public defender to represent you. So you will have the benefit of a lawyer all throughout your case. Before I set you a bond, I need to know a little bit about you. Do you live and work here in Bay County, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
How long you been here?
My entire life.
Okay, great. And then what do you do for a living?
I'm a mobile phlebotomist. I draw blood.
Okay, all right, very good then. Deputy, any criminal history I should know about for her?
24 was just officer obstruction without violence.
All right, does that sound familiar, man?
Yes, and I completed the misdemeanor diversion program.
Okay, all right, that was gonna be my next question. Are you currently on probation or anything for it? But it sounds like that's all behind you. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right.
Your
It
Honor,
looks
if I
like,
can be, if I can
yeah,
be
go
heard
ahead.
on this one,
Yeah, go ahead. I was gonna ask her and follow up about it, but yeah, I'll hear from you first. Ms. Ford, go ahead.
my apologies. I don't see probable cause in this matter, Your Honor. Number 4 and number 5 are both charged, and based on my reading of the probable cause affidavit, it does not look like Miss Weaver was the aggressor in this. It looks like the other young lady was. If you look at number 5's probable cause affidavit, it gives a little more clarity.
Yeah, I've seen
on the
both of
event.
them. My follow-up question to Ms. Weaver was gonna be, it looks like both of y'all from this altercation got arrested, and I think her answer probably would be yes, but
Yes, sir. They took us.
let's don't talk about the fact. Remember, I told you earlier, though, you got a right to remain silent. So let's don't too much get into the facts, okay?
And Your Honor, the state's response regarding probable cause is while who was an aggressor may be a defense at trial, that does not, it's not an argument relating to probable cause. The defendant, according to the arrest affidavit, advised she and her girlfriend began grabbing and pushing each other, which would constitute a battery, regardless if she had any legal defenses. When asked who touched who first, she stated that they made contact with each other at the same time, which again would be a battery.
I mean, Ms. Ford, I respect the argument. I do. I can see the case through your lens and understand exactly where you're coming from, but the threshold for probable cause is fairly low on the one hand, and there is, I believe, here probable cause to believe the domestic battery occurred. Whether it's beyond a reasonable doubt is an entirely different issue. Y'all can sort through those details later, but I think everybody would agree on the spectrum of domestic violence batteries, this one isn't all that much compared to other domestic batteries that we sometimes see. So, Ms. Weaver, I'm going to set you a bond today. You're entitled to a bond. That bond is not going to require you post any monetary bond amount. What I'm going to do is release you to the pretrial release program under these circumstances. I do find there's probable cause to support the charge, but you should talk to your lawyer about your defenses that you might have, and then the appropriate decisions you'll need to make moving forward, okay? Your next court date will be March 6th at 8:30. March 6th at 8:30, so you need to make sure you're in court at that time. And since I'm ordering that you're to be released under the pretrial release program, that also means you're going to need to report to the Bay County Courthouse by 9 a.m. tomorrow to check in with that program, and you'll be subject to their release. Also, importantly, let me ask a follow-up question. Where were you two living? Was it a house? Was it an apartment? Did you own it? Did you rent it?
I rent an apartment.
Okay, and who's on the lease?
Me,
Okay.
Alexis Weaver, and my daughter Brooklyn Weaver are on the lease.
Okay, how about the other person involved in this case?
They are not on the lease. They don't receive
Okay.
mail the address.
Okay, so Ms. Weaver, here's what I'm going to do. A standard condition in these types of cases, I'm going to do it for you and I'm going to do it for her. I'm going to issue a no contact order. That means you cannot have contact with the other party involved in this altercation until further order of the court, okay? We need to be crystal clear about that. No contact means exactly that. This is your apartment. You're on the lease. You are allowed to go home to that apartment, okay? The other party may not be able to go home. They may be able to get a law enforcement escort, come and get clothing, personal items, and other things. But you will be allowed to go home. She will not be, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, but it's important for you to understand, there is a no contact order, so you are ordered to have no contact with her. I'm gonna give her the same order. She will be ordered to have no contact with you, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, make sure you're in court March 6th at 8:30 for your court date, okay?
Thank you.
Your Honor, as soon as I'm able to get her out, I'll have the next group in for you.
Okay, no problem.
I'll bring the rest of you down to you.
Once he gets the next batch in, Mac, are we gonna pick up there with number 5 or somebody different?
Number 2.
Number 2, okay, all right, very good. Keeping me on my toes today, jumping all around in the order. That's all right.
I think from here on out, we're straight down, sir.
Okay, all right then. So we're gonna go to number 2 next. That is, well, ma'am, you tell me your name. Let's see if we got it right. All right, very good. Ms. Brown, good morning to you. My name is Judge Stevenson. We're here today for your first appearance. I think we had you on our docket yesterday, but they told me you were in the hospital. Did you have to go to the hospital yesterday?
Yeah, I was in the ER.
Okay, are you okay now? You get a little treatment? You better now?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for meds.
Okay, all right, very good. Let's cover sort of the legal aspect of what we need to talk about. As you know, we're here for your first appearance today. You were arrested and charged day before yesterday with 1 count of domestic violence battery. It's a misdemeanor the way it's currently charged. You do have the right to remain silent. You do have the right to a lawyer. There is a lawyer here today for your benefit. And of course, I will appoint the public defender to represent you. So you will have the benefit of a lawyer all throughout your case. Before I can set you a bond today, ma'am, I need to know at least a little bit about you. Do you live and work here in Bay County? Say that again?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay, very good. How long you been here?
I've been here since 1996.
Okay, good, long time then. What do you do for a living?
Bartender,
Bartender, where at?
Holiday Inn Resort.
Okay, all right, very good. Deputy, any criminal history for her that I should know about?
2010 DWLSR first offense and 24 FTA misdemeanor.
All right.
That's it.
All right then. Ma'am, I'm gonna go ahead and set you a bond in this case. The bond I'm gonna issue in this case is gonna be $1,000. Also gonna order that you be subject to supervision by the pretrial release program. So you'll need to report to that program by 9 a.m. The next business day, and then which is tomorrow. So you'll need to check in with the pretrial release program tomorrow. And then also you'll need to have no contact whatsoever with the victim. I understand that's your daughter. You and your daughter will have to have no contact, at least in the short term. Your next court date is going to be March 6th at 8:30. That's March 6th at 8:30. Be sure to be back in court at that time, but keep in mind, no contact means no contact. So you're not going to be permitted to have contact with your daughter.
So please with that contact. So my daughter is talking about 20 years old. I have another 8-year-old that resides at that house with me.
How old is the daughter that was involved in this altercation?
She's 20 and she's been residing with me for the past 34 days since her and her boyfriend broke up.
Okay.
So how does that work?
It- does she have another place to stay?
I have no idea.
Okay,
We have family in town, so I don't
okay.
know. She's
Well-
raised. But
Tell
she
me,
doesn't pay bills at the
tell me
house.
about the living situation. It's your home, right?
It's my home. I'm on the lease. It's me and my 8-year-old that lives in that house.
Right.
Before I took her in.
Well, you are ordered to have no contact with your daughter. That might mean your daughter has to find somewhere else to live, okay? You might want to contact the public defender's office for additional assistance if you need to do so. Obviously, if you cannot make bond, you'll stay in the Bay County Jail, but if you make this bond, no contact with your daughter until further order of the court, okay? Are we clear?
Yes, we're clear. So do I get like a police escort to go to my home, or like how do I do that?
You might need to call law enforcement and see if you can get them to remove her from your home if you need to do so, if she won't leave, but you've got to have no contact with her. Okay? All right then. So March 6th at 8:30, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right. All right, ma'am, tell me your name this morning.
Kylie Canone.
Okay, very good then. I've got your paperwork right here in front of me. My name is Judge Stevenson. We're here today for your first appearance. As you know, yesterday you were arrested and charged with a couple of crimes. Looks like DUI and then refusal to submit to breath tests. Those are both misdemeanors the way they are currently charged. You do have the right to remain silent. You do have the right to a lawyer. There is a lawyer here today for your benefit, and I will appoint the public defender to represent you, so you'll have the benefit of a lawyer all throughout your case. Before I set you a bond on these two charges, I need to know a little about you. Do you live and work here in Bay County?
Yes, sir.
Okay, how long you been here?
My whole life I was born here.
All right. And where do you work?
Longhorn, I'm a server
Okay, which, the Longhorn at Pier Park or the one in town?
in Pier Park.
Okay, all right then. All right, Deputy, any criminal history on her I should know about?
None, just the DUI.
All right, glancing through the paperwork here, it looks like before they pulled you over, you were bouncing off and on the darn bridge rail. Lucky you didn't sail off the bridge into St. Andrew Bay here. Good grief.
Yes.
All right, then. You're certainly entitled to a bond. I'm gonna give you a bond on the DUI charge. I'm gonna set your bond at $2,000. On the refusal, I'm gonna set it at $500. So it's a total bond amount of $2,500. Your next court date on this DUI charge will be March 6th at 8:30. During the time this case is pending, you will not possess or consume any alcohol. That is a condition of your bond. Just make sure you're back in court March 6th at 8:30, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck to you now. All right, good morning. Tell me your name, ma'am.
Jasmine Sorry.
All right, Miss Sorry, good morning to you. My name is Judge Stevenson. We're here today for your first appearance. Obviously, yesterday you got arrested for one count of domestic violence battery. That's a misdemeanor, the way it's currently charged. You do have the right to remain silent. You do have the right to a lawyer. There is a lawyer here today for your benefit, and I will appoint the public defender to represent you. So you will have the benefit of a lawyer throughout your case. Before I set you a bond, I need to know a little about you. Do you live and work in Bay County?
I've been living here for 8 months with my partner that I had because of health issues. I'm actually supposed to be going to have a heart cath in the morning. I haven't been working. I just been staying with her, so that's where I've been.
All right. How come you're not working? Is it a medical reason, or you just hadn't had a
Yes,
job, or what? Medical?
Medical reason, yes, sir. I have a heart attack and I also have a spinal fracture.
Okay, 10-4. I understand. That's fine with me. I understand. Deputy, any criminal history for her I should know about?
23 conditional release violation.
Okay, all right. Ma'am, have you had an issue in the past back in 2023 that's behind you now?
Yes, sir. That it was dismissed. Everything was done.
All right, then. All right, so you're entitled to a bond on this case. I'm gonna grant you a bond on this case. The bond I'm gonna grant you does not require you to pay any money. What I'm gonna do is grant you a pretrial release bond. That means you're going to have to report to the pretrial release office by 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. You'll be subject to their rules and their supervision. Ms. Sori, pay attention. You are ordered to have no contact whatsoever with the victim in this case until further order of the court. That means no calling, no texting, no third-party contact, no contact of any kind. Your next court date is March 6th at 8:30. So if you need to get personal items away from that apartment or place where y'all were living, you need to call law enforcement and get an escort to go get your personal items, but you cannot go back to that place and have contact with that victim, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, very good. Be in court March 6th at 8:30. Hopefully you can get this behind you then, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Tell me your name, man. Good morning, man. What's your name? Kirsten Kyoto, is that right?
Sir.
Okay, very good then. Well, good morning to you. My name is Judge Stevenson. We're here today for your first appearance. We need to set a bond on your charges. Obviously, you got arrested yesterday, as you know, 1 count of domestic violence battery. That's a misdemeanor, the way it's currently charged. I'll tell you, you do have the right to remain silent. You do have the right to a lawyer. There is a lawyer here today for your benefit, and I will appoint the public defender to represent you. So you will have the benefit of a lawyer throughout your case. Before I set you a bond, I need to know a little bit about you. Do you live and work here in Bay County, ma'am?
House in Chipley.
Chipley, okay. Chipley's pretty close. How long you lived up in Chipley?
I've been at the guy who, I've been at his house for 4 months. But
Okay.
last night they're taking me back home, so that's my intention is to go home.
Okay, so what is, so you've been with him for 4 months and y'all been living in Chipley, is that what I understand?
No, I've been at his house in Callaway, but last night I had all my things in his car. I'm trying to go home in Chipley.
Oh, I got you. Okay, all right. Do you work anywhere, ma'am? Do you have a job or not?
Not anymore. I just lost my job a few months ago and started staying at his house.
Okay, how come you lost your job?
My frequent bathroom uses, actually, I was a cashier, so I wasn't allowed to like go to the bathroom on.
I got you. Yeah, if you're a cashier, they need you at the cash register, I guess. Okay. All right, no problem with any of that. Then, Deputy, any criminal history on her I should know about?
All 2022, moving traffic violation, DWSR, contempt of court, failure to appear, moving traffic violation, FTA misdemeanor, violation of court order, and moving traffic violation, DWSR.
All right. Ma'am, does that sound like things you've dealt with in your past?
I believe I was driving without insurance one time, not knowing, and then everything that happened after that was like, it's me getting it together. I was young.
Is it all,
and-
but are all the, well, I guess what I'm getting at is, are all of those issues closed out now? Or are you currently still on any probation, anything like that?
Years ago, so I
Okay.
think that is done with.
All right. Are you currently on any kind of bond or probation status anywhere? Are you reporting in to anybody right now?
No, sir.
Okay, very good then. All right, on this domestic battery then, I'm gonna go ahead and set your bond. That bond's gonna be $2,500. Importantly, I'm also ordering you to have no contact with the victim in the case. So no contact means exactly that. You can't call them, you can't text them, no contact whatsoever until further order of the court. Your next court date on this domestic battery charge will be March 6th at 8:30. So be sure to be back in court March 6th at 8:30, okay? All right, good luck to you. All right, good morning, ma'am. Tell me your name.
Randy Flowers.
Say that again.
Randy Flowers.
Okay, what number is Miss Flowers? Oh, I see, I got it. I see it,
Nine.
number 1 here, I got you. All right, Miss Flowers, good morning to you. My name is Judge Stevenson. We're here today for your first appearance. As you know, yesterday you got arrested and charged with several crimes. Possession of controlled substance, that's a felony the way it's currently charged, tampering with evidence, It's a felony the way it's currently charged, and possession of drug paraphernalia. You do have the right to remain silent. You do have the right to a lawyer. There is a lawyer here today for your benefit, and I will appoint the public defender to represent you. So you will have the benefit of a lawyer all throughout your case. Before I set you a bond, I need to know at least a little bit about you. Do you live and work here in Bay County, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
How long you been here?
In Bay County, 5 years,
Okay, good. Where do you work?
Dunkin' Donuts,
All right, which one?
in Callaway.
Callaway, okay. All right. Let's see, do we have any criminal history I should know about for her?
VOP, 25, 24 VOP, 24 drug possession, possession or use, same thing, 2024, same thing, yeah, 2024,
Okay.
drug possession.
Ms.
without
Flowers,
prescription.
Ms. Flowers, you currently on any probation right now for anything?
Probation, yes, sir.
All right. What are you on probation for?
It was the possession.
Okay. Is that here in Bay County or somewhere else?
It's in here, Bay County, sir.
Okay. Do you remember your judge that put you on probation?
Looks like it's Judge Register, Your Honor, case number 24 CF 858.
Okay. All right. Make a note of that. Let's see here. Yeah, I had just pulled that up myself. 24,858. That's what I see also. How long was that probation for, ma'am? You remember?
I was almost finished. I think I had,
All right.
balance. Yeah, I'm not sure. It was, my probation officer just told me I could, early term in March, so.
Well, clearly you're still on that probation. So here we are with some new
Yes.
charges. So that's problematic. But let's go ahead and deal with the first appearance issues first on your new charges, and we'll talk about that. We'll loop back to that in just a moment. On your 3 new charges for today, you're certainly entitled to bond. So on your possession of controlled substance, we'll set your bond at $4,500. On your tampering charge, I'm gonna set your bond at $1,500. And on the paraphernalia, we'll set your bond at $500. It's a total bond amount, I believe, of, let's see, $7,500. If you make those bonds, you'll report to the pretrial release office by 9 a.m. the next business day. You'll also be subject to random UAs as directed. However, as a practical matter, you're not going to be getting out of jail because, as you well know, when you're on felony probation, rule number 1 is do not violate the law. There's at least probable cause to believe here that you have violated the law in 3 different ways. So for that reason, you should know that I'm going to be signing a VOP warrant for you today. That's going to direct that you be held without bond in the Bay County Jail pending those VOP allegations. And so they'll bring you back to first appearance tomorrow on that VOP warrant. It will be a hold without bond warrant. So the judge will officially make that determination tomorrow. So you're going to be held on that warrant and you will not be able to get out of jail. On your 3 new charges, your court date is March 12th at 9 a.m. And then they'll tell you your VOP date tomorrow when they bring you to first appearance. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you, Ms. Flowers. You have any questions?
No, sir. Thank you.
All right. All right. Good morning. Tell me your name.
Jason Hardy, sir.
All right. Let me find you on the paperwork here. Looks like number 13, so that's fine. All right, Mr. Hardy, good morning to you. My name is Judge Stevenson. We're here today for your first appearance. As you know, yesterday you were arrested and charged with 1 count of criminal mischief. It's a misdemeanor the way it's currently charged. You do have the right to remain silent. You do have the right to a lawyer. There is a lawyer here today for your benefit, and I will appoint the public defender to represent you. So you will have the benefit of a lawyer all throughout your case. Before I can set your bond today, I need to know a little bit about you. Do you live and work here in town or someplace else?
Yes. No, sir.
Okay.
I work at Koala Insulation, 271 North Star Avenue,
All right, very
46
good.
years old, resident, 39 years.
Perfect,
I was-
perfect. All
I
right,
was-
Wait one moment, sir.
okay. That-
All right. Okay, that's good, Mr. Hardy. That means you got a good long-term job. You've got a good long-term residence here in Bay County. So those are good things for you. Deputy, any criminal history that I should know about him?
2017 narcotic equipment possession, 2017 marijuana possession, not more than 20 grams, and 2011, leaving the scene of with damage, FTF, yeah.
Mr. Hardy, do those things sound like issues you've closed out in your past?
Oh, yes, sir. I have nothing, sir. I don't
Okay.
have even a criminal background.
Okay, sounds like maybe you've been arrested in times past, but maybe you haven't been convicted. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, sir. I had the wrong people in my vehicle at the wrong time.
Okay, I got it.
Yes, sir.
All right, well, you're not on any kind of probation right now, are you?
No, sir, I'm not. I've
Okay.
never been in jail right now.
Okay, very good. Then I'm satisfied then, Mr. Hardy. All right, so on this criminal mischief charge, I'm gonna set your bond at $750. Your next court date will be this coming Wednesday morning. That is February 4th at 8:30. So make sure to be in court at that time, Wednesday morning, February 4th at 8:30, okay?
And
Yes,
Your Honor,
sir.
the state would also request that as a condition of bond, the defendant not have any contact with the victim, Shonda Shipes,
Okay.
her mother, or not go back to 8011 Front Beach Road, number 1803.
Yeah, I mean, under the circumstances, that thought had actually crossed my mind as well here. And so I do think that the state's provided good cause for that. So, Mr. Hardy, I'm going to order that you have absolutely positively no contact with the alleged victim in this case or that location until further order of the court. The good news is with the court date as quickly as this coming Wednesday, maybe you can get this whole issue behind you then, okay?
Yes, sir. Am I making bail today?
Say that again?
That's what I was asking.
Yeah, I've set your bond at $750. So if you can make
Yes,
that
sir.
bail today, then that's up to you. Absolutely.
Yes. May
Okay.
I speak on that incident?
Negative.
Yeah, you don't want to really do that. I told
No,
you
we're good, sir.
earlier, right to
I
remain
appreciate
silent.
it.
So I would talk to your lawyer about it or hold that till Wednesday.
Yes, sir.
All right. Good morning, sir. Tell me your name.
Keith Farmer.
All right, Mr. Palmer, good morning to you. My name is Judge Stevenson. We're here today for your first appearance. As you know, yesterday you were arrested and charged with one count of DUI. It's a misdemeanor the way it's currently charged. You do have the right to remain silent. You do have the right to a lawyer. There is a lawyer here today for your benefit, and I will appoint the public defender to represent you. So you will have the benefit of a lawyer all throughout your case. Before I set you a bond today, I need to know a little bit about you. Do you live and work here in Bay County, sir?
I work for out of Mechanicsburg, PA.
You work for who?
Mechanical in Mechanicsburg, PA, Pennsylvania.
Okay, all right then. And then looking at the face of the ticket, looks like you live out on Panama City Beach. Is that right?
That's correct. Yes.
All right then. All right. Any criminal history, deputy, that I should know about for him?
None.
Okay. Looking at the face of the ticket, this DUI charge looks like there was not a crash involved. However, looking at the breath blow, looks like the breath test was 0.327. That is awful high. I mean, my great, that's a 4 times the legal limit breath blow. Mr. Palmer, I haven't seen one that high in a long time. I've seen one that high before, but not that high in a long time. So you're certainly entitled to a bond, and we'll give you a bond in this case. That bond's going to be $3,500. During the time this case remains pending, it's also a condition of your bond that you not possess or consume any alcohol. So you'll have to stay away from all alcohol until further order of the court. Your next court date on this charge, Mr. Palmer, will be March 6th at 8:30. March 6th at 8:30. Be sure to be back in court then, okay? All right, good luck to you. All right. Good morning, sir. Tell me your name.
My name is Joshua Cardine.
All right, let me find your paperwork here. Which number is he, Matt?
Number 15.
Tell me your name, sir. I don't think that's right. Tell me your name, sir.
Joshua Cardile.
Yeah, that's definitely not 15. We'll find it.
21.
Oh,
Oh,
here we go. 21. Got it.
21.
21. All right, here we go. All right, got your paperwork here in front of me. I looked at it earlier this morning on the computer, Mr. Carlisle. My name is Judge Stevenson. We are here today for your first appearance. We need to get you a bond set on these, this charge this morning. As you know, yesterday you were arrested and charged with battery of a pregnant person. That is a felony, the way it's currently charged. You do have the right to remain silent. You do have the right to a lawyer. There is a lawyer here today for your benefit, and I will appoint a public defender to represent you. So you will have the benefit of a lawyer all throughout your case. Before I set you a bond today, I need to know at least a little bit about you. Do you live and work here in Bay County?
Yes, I live over in the Callaway area.
Okay, good.
Work out on the beach.
All right. How long have you lived over in Callaway?
I've been living there the last 5 years.
Okay, very good. And what kind of work do you do?
Maintenance work.
Okay, all right. Deputy, any criminal history on him I should know about?
Okay, so as far as my list goes, Joshua Timothy Cargile is number 15. Number 21 on my list is Mikhail Stephen Carroll. I want to make sure I'm reading the right one. So I see his face, I see his date of birth and name. He has no criminal record, but it's
Okay.
it's just
So let me do this, Mr. How do you pronounce your last name? Is it Cargile? Is that right? Cargile?
Yes, Cargile.
Okay. So Mr. Cargile, what is your date of birth?
9/14/86.
yeah, that's correct.
9/14/86. Mac, will you look at that NCIC, make sure it reflects 9/14/86 date of birth?
It does, and he
Okay.
has no criminal record besides what happened last night.
Okay, all right. Mr. Cargill, have you ever been arrested anywhere at all, anytime, anywhere?
Never.
Okay, all right, then. You're certainly entitled to a bond on this charge, so I'm going to grant you a bond on this charge. That bond is going to be $4,500. If you make that bond, you'll report to the pretrial release office by 9 a.m. the next business day, which is tomorrow morning. You'll also be subject to random UAs as directed. Importantly, you are also ordered to have absolutely no contact with the victim in this case until further order of the court. Your next court date on this charge will be February 26th at 9 a.m. So be sure to be back in court at that time. Okay, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, I will see you then. That's on one of my arraignment dates, so I'll see you at that time, okay? All right, sir, tell me your name. What's your name, sir?
Shane Williams.
All right, Mr. Williams, good morning to you. My name is Judge Stevenson. We're here today for your first appearance. As you know, yesterday you were arrested and charged with a number of crimes. So we need to talk about your bond in those charges. What I've got here is that you were charged with leaving the scene of a crash in count 1, leaving the scene of a crash in count 2. The first one is a felony. The second one is a misdemeanor. Also charged with DUI. That's a misdemeanor. Also charged with refusing to submit to a breath or blood test. That's a misdemeanor. And then another count of DUI. The 2 counts of DUI reflect the different victims involved in the traffic crash situation. So I've got a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 charges here in front of me. I will tell you, Mr. Williams, you do have the right to remain silent. You do have the right to a lawyer. There is a lawyer here for your benefit today, and I will appoint the public defender to represent you. So you will have the benefit of a lawyer all throughout your case. Before I can set you a bond on these charges, I need to know a little bit about you. Do you live and work here in Bay County, sir?
I'm retired.
Okay.
I did.
When did you retire?
And last year,
Okay. What did you retire from? I'm curious.
boat operator, boat captain,
All right then. And how long have you lived here in the Bay County area?
since '89.
All right, good long time. All right, Deputy, any criminal history for Mr. Williams?
Yes, sir. 2018 VOP crash, other serious injury times 2. It shows FBI. 2017 leaving scene with injury. 2017 leaving the scene of injury of crash times 2. 2016 leaving the scene of of other serious injury, 2016 damage of property, criminal mischief, 2016 hit and run, 2016 traffic offense DUI, and 2014 hit and run.
All right, those sound familiar to these kind of allegations to some degree. Mr. Williams, do those sound like issues you've dealt with in your past?
Some degree,
Say that again now?
some degree, sir.
Okay, all right. Have you dealt with all of those issues? Are they closed out now, or are you currently on any kind of court-ordered supervision right now?
Yes, sir.
What happened on those charges? Did you get probation? Did you have to go to prison? Did they get dismissed? What
I did
happened?
I did my time.
Okay, and by that, you mean you went to prison on them?
Yes.
Okay, all right. When was your last release date from DOC?
I don't know.
Okay, well, you got a ballpark, right? Was it a year ago or 6 months
No,
ago?
it was a few years ago. It was at least 5 years ago, at least.
Okay.
At least 5 years.
That's fine. All right. And you're not on any kind of supervised release or probation today, are you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. On this first count, I'm going to set your bond at $10,000 on the felony. On the second, leaving the scene, it's listed with, it says county there. I'm going to set your bond at $5,000. On the refusal, I'm going to set your bond at $2,500. On the DUI, I'm going to set your bond at $5,000. And on the other connected DUI, I'm also going to set your bond at $5,000. If you make those bonds, you'll report to the pretrial release office by 9 a.m. the next business day. You'll also be subject to random UAs or drug testing as directed by the court or that program. Your next court date on all these charges will be March 5th at 9 a.m. March 5th at 9 a.m. So be sure to be back in court at that time, okay?
Okay, sir.
All right. All right, good morning. Tell me your name.
David Lehman.
All right, Mr. Lehman, good morning to you. My name is Judge Stevenson. We're here today for your first appearance. Obviously, we need to get a bond set on your charges. You got arrested, as you know, yesterday, charged with several offenses. I'll tell you, you do have the right to remain silent. You do have the right to a lawyer. There is a lawyer here today for your benefit, and I will appoint the public defender to represent you. So you will have the benefit of a lawyer all throughout your case. Looking at your paperwork here, yesterday you were charged with one count of possession of controlled substance. That's a felony, the way it's currently charged. Another count of introduction to contraband. That's a felony, the way it's currently charged. And then possession of paraphernalia, that's a misdemeanor. And then you also have a petty theft charge, which is a misdemeanor, the way it's currently charged. Before I can set a bond for you on these charges today, I need to know a little bit about you. Do you live and work here in Bay County, sir?
Yes, I do.
How long you been here?
About 4 months or 4 weeks.
4 weeks? All right. What brought you to our area? I'm curious.
Work. I flew down here to work for a company that I'm working for right now. Panhandle Prime Meats.
Okay. All right.
And one thing led to another, and I got in trouble yesterday.
All right. Looking at I guess you kind of answered the question. Looking at your paperwork here, it looked like you had a Kansas address, I think. So that kind of explains that you were here for work then, I guess, right?
Well, I'm here permanently. I was gonna be here permanently. I was trying to find housing right now and everything. I'm staying in a hotel.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's just a big mess right now. So.
All right. Well, hopefully you can get all this stuff sorted sooner or later, at least. All right. Very good. Then, do we have any criminal history I should know about, Deputy, for him?
No.
Alabama, 24, possession, CS, Arkansas, 21, EWLSR, Illinois, 16, possession of paraphernalia, possession, 20, GT contempt, times 3, 25, DWLSR, possession of paraphernalia, obstructing identification, Ohio, 18, possession, Georgia, shoplifting, possession of meth, possession of paraphernalia, 3, possession of meth, DWLSR, 24, FTA, VOP.
All right. Mr. Lehman, does that sound like issues you've dealt with in your past?
Not really, no.
Well, are you on kind of probation right now?
No.
Okay. Are you on any kind of bond status or supervised release status right now?
That I know of, no.
that you know of, y'all know of.
No, no, I'm not.
Right. All right. All right. So you're entitled to bonds on these charges. I'll go ahead and set your bonds on the charges. On the possession of controlled substance, we'll set your bond at $2,500. On the introduction of contraband, I'm gonna set your bond at $2,500. On the paraphernalia, I'm gonna set your bond at $1,000. And on the petty theft, we'll set your bond at $500. If you make those bonds, you'll report to the pretrial release office by 9 a.m. the next business day. You'll also be subject to their supervision, of course, and you'll also be subject to random UAs as directed by them or the program or the court. And you may not contact the victim. You're ordered to have no contact with the victim until further order of the court. The petty theft in this case looks like it was allegedly from Walmart. So you ordered to have no contact with Walmart until further order of the court. So you got to do your shopping elsewhere, okay?
All right.
All right, your next court date on these, that petty theft charge, you've got a court date next week, Wednesday morning, February 4th at 8:30. On the other charges, though, the drug charges, you've got a court date February 26th at 9 a.m., okay? That's to come back and see me at arraignment. Hopefully, we can get everything resolved at that time, okay?
There's no drugs involved, so I don't know where all that came
I
from.
understand.
But
Well, that's a good conversation for you to have with your lawyer. It's a good conversation for you to have with your lawyer, okay? All right, good morning, sir. What's your name?
Yes, sir. My name is Derek Enclave.
All right, very good then. All right, my name is Judge Stevenson. We're here for your first appearance this morning. Of course, yesterday you were arrested and charged with several different offenses. I will, looking at the paperwork here, looks like it's grand theft auto. It's a felony the way it's currently charged. Criminal mischief more than $1,000. It's also a felony the way it's charged. Leaving the scene of a crash involving damage to property. That's a misdemeanor the way it's currently charged. Reckless driving. That's a misdemeanor the way it's currently charged. And operating a vehicle without a license. That's a misdemeanor the way it's currently charged. You do have the right to remain silent. You do have the right to a lawyer. There is a lawyer here today for your benefit. And I will appoint the public defender's office to represent you. So you will have the benefit of a lawyer all throughout your case. So your rights will remain protected. Before I can set you a bond on these charges today, I need to know at least a little bit about you, sir. Do you live and work here in Bay County?
No, sir. I live in Ponce de Leon, but I work in Bay County.
Okay, all right. Well, that's pretty close. What kind of work do you do here in Bay County?
I work for a sprinkler system company.
Okay, all right. And how long have you lived over in Ponce de Leon?
I lived there 2 years and I lived in Bay County for 4 years. So
Okay.
I moved from Bay County to Ponce de Leon. So I've been here a total of 6 years.
Yeah, I've been in this area about 6 years then. Okay, all right, that sounds good. Deputy, any criminal history I should know about for him?
Yes, Florida, 25 FFJ, Louisiana debt, financial fraud, contracting without a license, 19, worthless checks, possession of stolen property, home improvement fraud, constructing without license, worthless checks, 25, traffic violations ×2, theft, embezzlement.
The lessons were dismissed though, sir.
Okay, all right. Well, that's kind of related to what my next question was going to be. Do those things sound familiar to you? At least sounds like they are, because you know what happened with them, right? All right.
Yes, sir. The last charges were dismissed when I went to court, sir.
Okay, all right. Are you currently on any kind of court-ordered release, bond status, pretrial release, anything like that?
No, sir.
All right. Are you currently on any kind of probation anywhere?
No, sir. I haven't been in any trouble since.
All right. What about the Louisiana stuff? Is that what you mean got dismissed?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right then. Well, you're entitled to bonds on these charges. I'm gonna grant you bonds on these charges. On the grand theft auto, I'm gonna set your bond at $5,000. On the felony criminal mischief, I'm also gonna set your bond at $5,000. On the leaving the scene of a crash, I'm gonna set your bond at $2,500. On the reckless driving, I'm gonna set your bond at $1,000. And on the driving without a driver's license, $500. So those will be your total bond amount. Let's see, that is 10, 12, 13, I think that's 14,000 total. Y'all can add that up. But it's 5,000, 5,000, 2,500, 1,000, and 500. If you make those bonds, sir, you'll report to the pretrial release office by 9 a.m. the next business day. You'll also be subject to random UAs as directed by the court or that program. And then importantly, your next court date on these charges, February 26th at 9 a.m. So be sure to be back in court at that time, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Your Honor.
Fine. All right, who's next? All right, tell me your name, sir.
My name is Louis DeVoe.
All right, find your paperwork here. Say that one more time now.
Louis DeVoe.
I don't know that I have paperwork for him. What number is he, Matt?
19.
Am I just looking past it? My 19 says.
It's Luis
Jason-
Jovel Arguler, I think is how you
19
pronounce
says
it.
Jason Thomas Hayes.
Yes, Your Honor.
What's your birthday?
12/11/2005.
Yeah, this is not number 19.
So, what is your number 20 say, sir? Because
Judge is number 18.
I'm not sure how the numbers got mixed up.
That's okay. Well, I mean, we'll figure it out. Tell me again. Okay, tell me again your birthday, sir.
12/11/2005.
Okay, I think it is number 18. And what I've got is Luis Keller Jovel Aguilar. Is that the correct full name?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Well, very good then. And tell me your address. Where do you live right now?
4115 Cedar Street.
Okay. All right then. Yeah, this is the correct paperwork. I just wanted to make sure we had the correct identifying information for you. So, all right, I've got the paperwork on you. We can move forward then with your first appearance today. My name is Judge Stevenson. We're here, of course, for your first appearance to get you a bond set on your arrest from yesterday. As you know, yesterday you got arrested and charged with 2 crimes, one of which is very, very serious. The other one is equally serious. The first charge is burglary with a battery. That is a first-degree felony. You should know that carries a maximum of 30 years in prison if convicted. And then the other charge is a misdemeanor, but is no less serious. It's a domestic battery. You do have the right to remain silent. You do have the right to a lawyer. There is a lawyer here today for your benefit, and I will appoint the public defender to represent you, so you will have the benefit of a lawyer all throughout your case. Before I can set you a bond on these 2 charges today, I need to know at least a little bit about you. Do you live and work here in Bay County, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How long you been here?
Like 5 years.
Okay, what kind of work do you do?
Home remodeling. I run a home remodeling business.
Okay, all right. So sort of a construction remodeling business and you run it yourself, is that right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Deputy, do you have any criminal history available for him?
Florida 25, reckless driving, burglary, contempt, 23, battery, touch a strike, 23, criminal mischief, property damage, $1,000 or more, 23, burglary dwelling a structure, cause damage over 1,000, and 23, larceny grand theft,
Okay.
750,000 less than 5,000.
What is, are you currently on probation for those charges, sir?
No.
All right.
I went to court.
What happened in the 2025 burglary case?
Currently, still processing that, I believe.
Is it still pending or is it over with or is it still pending?
Oh, still pending, yeah.
Still pending. Okay. All right. So when's your next court date on that charge?
I believe April.
Okay. That's a Bay County charge, right?
No.
Where is it out of?
That charge is down in Manatee County.
Okay. All right then. But you do have a court date pending on that one?
Yeah.
Okay. What you're telling me is the 2025 charges are out of Manatee County, Florida. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. How about the 2023 charges? Where were those out of?
Oh, those show Springfield, Parker, and Parker.
All right, what happened on the 23 case, sir?
That's when I was like 17.
Okay, did you get what happened though? I mean, did you go to prison? I mean, surely you remember this is your life. About what happened?
I went to do correction. I went to do my correction over here at the street.
Okay.
Did
All right.
probation 2 years.
Okay. Okay, all right, so maybe you were 17, maybe you got some juvenile probation on something like that, is that what I understand? I got it, okay, all right, are y'all showing that he has any open Bay County cases here right now, or no?
None that I see.
Okay, all right.
Do we have-
You see anything, or have you been able to see anything in Bay County or no?
I don't see anything open in Bay County, Your Honor.
Okay, all right. On this burglary with the battery then, these are very serious charges that does call for a very serious bond. Your bond in that case is going to be set at $50,000. And on the domestic battery, your bond will be set at $5,000. If you make that bond, you'll report to the pretrial release office by 9 a.m. the next business day. Be subject to their supervision. You'll also be subject to random UAs as directed by the court or that program. But importantly, you may not contact the victim in any manner whatsoever. So I'm ordering no contact whatsoever between you and the victim. If you even have contact from the jail, if you call her or anything from the jail, your bond will be revoked and you'll be held without bond. So understand, if you violate this no contact order, that's a violation of your bond condition. You can be placed back in jail until the case gets resolved. Are we crystal clear about that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. No contact means no contact. There is nothing murky or ambiguous about it. Do not contact her at all moving forward. Okay? All right. Your next court date on these charges will be February 26th at 9 a.m. We will see you then, okay?
Thank you.
All right. Good morning, sir. Tell me your name.
Casey Thomas Hayes.
All right. Good morning, sir. My name is Judge Stevenson. We're here today for your first appearance. We need to get you a bond set. As you know, you were arrested and charged yesterday with driving on suspended driver's license. As a habitual traffic offender, it is a felony the way it's currently charged. You do have a right to remain silent. You do have a right to a lawyer. There is a lawyer here today for your benefit, and I will appoint the public defender to represent you, so you will have the benefit of a lawyer all throughout your case. Before I set you a bond today, I need to know at least a little bit about you. Looks like you have a Panama City address here. How long have you lived in this area?
For a couple of years.
Okay. Where do you work?
I've been working for a gentleman named AC McKinley. He does brick masonry work and concrete. Before that, I was doing ground utilities with Emerald Coast Site Construction.
Well, all right. Very good, Mr. Hayes. Sounds like you're busy, so that's a good thing. Deputy, any criminal history I should know about for him?
25 VOP, 24 VOP, 23 VOP, 23 battery touch and strike, 23 principal, larceny petty theft, merchant farm transit, 23 principal fraud, illegal use of credit card, use more than 2 times, 21 DWLSR, Alabama 22 aggravated cruelty to animals, Oregon 2017 DUI, 2018 DUI, FTA, VOP, unauthorized use of motor vehicle, meth, possession of meth, FTA, DUI, parole violation.
Okay. Mr. Hayes, sounds like you got colorful paths there. Do those things all sound familiar to you?
Yes, sir.
All right. You currently on any kind of bond status or supervised release status anywhere?
No probation, no bond, no nothing.
Okay. Looks like you do have a Bay County probation case. It's not open. I mean, it was recently closed. Looks like you just finished Lifeline not long ago, back in November, right around Thanksgiving. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And that closed out that case. You're no longer on probation in that case, are you?
Nope, no, sir. Everything got closed out.
All right, then. All right. So you're entitled to bonds on this charge, and we'll go ahead and set you a bond on this charge. That bond's going to be $5,000. If you make that bond, you'll report to the pretrial release office by 9 a.m. the next business day. Be subject to their supervision. You'll also be subject to random UAs as directed by the court of their program. Your court date is March 23rd at 9 a.m. So be sure to be back in court March 23rd at 9 a.m. Okay? Good luck. He didn't last very long after he finished his probation, did he? Just finished it Thanksgiving. Here we are back. Wow. All right. All right, sir. Good morning to you. What's your name?
Michael Carroll.
All right, Mr. Carroll, good morning to you. My name is Judge Stevenson. We're here for your first appearance this morning. As we know, we need to get you a bond set today. You got arrested yesterday for 1 count of possession of controlled substance. It's a felony the way it's currently charged, and 1 count of possession of drug paraphernalia. That's a misdemeanor the way it's currently charged. You do have the right to remain silent. You do have the right to a lawyer. I will appoint you a public defender. There is a public defender here with you today if you need her assistance, and you will be appointed a lawyer, so you'll have the benefit of a lawyer all throughout your case. Before I set you a bond today, sir, I need to know a little bit about you. The paperwork here looks to me like maybe you live in Chipley. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
All right. How long you been up there in Chipley?
I bought my property in 1992. I was born and raised in Panama City.
All right. You've been in this area a good, long time then, so that's a good thing. Now, what kind of work do you do? What do you do for a living?
I do HVAC and condo remodels and
Okay. All right, then. Deputy, any criminal history for Mr. Carroll?
1989 homicide, 93 aggravated assault on a Leo, 2024 drug possession, drug equipment possession, 24 marijuana possession more than 20 grams, 20. Just let me know you want me to stop. Drug possession central subsequent without prescriptions, marijuana possession in 2022, 22 drug equipment possession or use, 21 narcotic equipment possession or use, 21 possession of methamphetamine, 21 loitering or prowling, 20 is marijuana possession, not more than 20 grams, 20 loitering or prowling. I'm sorry, possession of methamphetamine. 2020.
I think I've heard enough. I think I've heard enough. Mr. Carroll, that's also, you got a pretty lengthy history there. Does all that sound correct?
Yes, sir. But he said, the only thing I don't understand is why the homicide is being brought up, because it was dismissed based on self-defense. Why does that still get?
Well, I'll tell you what, the answer to that is what he's reading off is your history of arrests. So it does not necessarily reflect convictions. I understand that. Okay. So on the homicide case, you're saying that one did get dismissed or acquitted or whatever? Okay.
Entirely dismissed.
Okay, then. What is your, let me just put it to you this way, Mr. Carroll. What is your most recent felony case? Looks like in Bay County, you got a 2024 felony case. What happened on that one?
It was dismissed. I pled out to a misdemeanor.
Okay. All right. All right. Are you currently on any kind of probation status anywhere?
No, sir.
Are you currently on any kind of bond status, pretrial release status, supervised release, anything like that?
No, sir.
Do you report into anybody?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. Then. I just wanted to double check. I thought that was the case based on everything he had told me, but I wanted to double check with you. So you're entitled to bonds on these charges on the possession charge, and we'll set your bond at $5,000 on the paraphernalia charge. I'll set your bond at $1,000. So it's a total bond amount of $6,000. If you make that bond, you'll report to pretrial release by 9 a.m. the next business day. Be subject to their supervision. You'll also be subject to random UAs as directed by the court or that program. Your next court date will be March 23rd at 9 a.m. So be sure to be back in court March 23rd, 9 a.m. on these charges. Okay?
Sir.
All right. Any questions? All right. Good luck to you, sir.
That wraps it up, Judge. And then again, I apologize. I'm not sure how those numbers got mixed around, but.
Oh, that's okay. All right. I mean, that's no big deal. We bounce around with numbers as long as we get the correct people with the correct paperwork. That works for me. We can get from point A to point B lots of different ways, right?
Yeah, for more than one way, sir.
That's right. That's right. All right. Well, thank y'all for being with me. Bree, I don't know if me and you have done anything before, so good to work with you, finally. I mean, I know you've been over there with Judge Gay, right?
I am.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought. So good to work with you. You're always welcome over in Division C if you want to come help out.
Thanks, Judge. And just for the court's information, I did email Manatee County about that one individual.
Oh, yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, I imagine they'll probably take their appropriate action, but I mean, I'm not going to mess with that. I think it's the 13th Circuit maybe, but I'm not for sure. I think
No
they're
idea
the
where that
13th.
is, but
Yeah.
we'll let them.
Well, you don't need Manatee is down there kind of near Hillsborough. It's in the Tampa area, I think. So anyway. All right, then we will
Thanks,
see y'all
everybody.
later. Y'all stay warm on this cold Sunday, okay?
You too.
Yes,
Bye.
sir.
All right.
I think that fire big and bright.
All right.